What's up, gang? LG back with another video. And, yesterday, I'm feeling on top of the world. Okay? I'm actually feeling like a real YouTuber. Right? For the first time, I'm feeling like, oh, I'm super excited. My dream's coming true. Feeling alive, feeling inspired. Then, in 1 second, boom, it comes crashing down. So I get this message from, he's an SEO expert. And he says, listen, your videos are great, but your SEO score is really bad. Now, I didn't really know what SEO meant, but he said you're bad, your title, your description, they're not optimized, you're not using proper tags or keywords, and that's why you haven't got any views. Right? And boom, right? For the past 3 weeks, I've been uploading videos every single day. I've been loving it. I've been feeling excited, alive, in the flow state for the first time in I don't know how long. Right? And then this one message, boom, it hits me like a ton of bricks. Because I hadn't been worrying about views or anything like that. I was just loving it. Right? So now I wasn't thinking about how much I love creating. I'm thinking about how much I'm failing. My mind's flooded with thoughts like, maybe my content's shit. Maybe I'm just talking about the wrong things. Right? Maybe I'm just wasting my time. This is not going to work for me. And also I'm thinking, what language is this guy talking about? Keywords, tags, optimizations, SEO. Right? The excitement was just sucked right out of me. And why was that? Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because I was, in that moment, attaching to an outcome. I spoke about this the other day. One of the most important things is not to attach to an outcome. I preach it all the time. Okay, don't get attached to outcomes. But yet, here I am, doing exactly what I say not to do. Right? And this is how quickly the ego can hijack your progress. Right? As I said, the past 3 weeks, I felt on fire. Every morning, jumping out of bed, excited, right, ready to take on the world, to create. I wasn't worried about views or numbers or anything like that. I was just showing up, being me, doing what I love to do. And then one message, boom, pulls me straight back into the old thinking patterns, the patterns that's kept me stuck for years and years, right? You're not good enough. You're going to fail. This is not worth your time. Just quit, right? Because nobody's going to watch you. Nobody's going to subscribe. Right, and for that moment, I actually started to believe it. I had to stop myself in my tracks, right? And thank goodness I have the awareness, and so I have been working on my own development for years, and ask myself, well, hold on, why are you doing this? Right? I'm not doing this to chase numbers. I'm doing this because I genuinely love doing it, and I also want to bring value to people's life. And I know that my wisdom, what I've overcome and my life experience, and also the tons of qualifications and knowledge that I've got will help someone. And even if it's only one person, it doesn't matter. I'm here to bring value to other people's life. That's why I'm doing it. I love it. Right? But that didn't stop the doubts from still trying to creep in. So this morning, I'm making breakfast for my wife and my kids, getting the clothes ready, the lunches for school, and I'm still stuck in my head because in the morning times, it's normally the most difficult part of the day for me is to try and get myself. I kind of wake up in a negative, mindset. So it was the same cycle, the same thoughts, the same kind of heaviness I was feeling. It just wasn't nice, right? And it was pulling me away from everything that I'd been enjoying for the past few weeks. Okay, and if the weather's permitting, part of my morning routine is to sit in my garden with my deck chair and watch the sunrise, okay, to get some sunlight exposure. So today's a beautiful day. I was out in the garden as the sun's coming up, just watching the sun rising. So I'm sat back in the chair, and I should be at total peace, but at this moment I'm not. My mind's still racing, thinking SEO, analytics, all the things that I should be doing, all the things that I'm doing wrong. How can I optimize this channel? Just doing everything the ego wants me to do, to overwhelm me, to convince me to quit, to push me back into the old patterns, right? And this is where the magic happened, because then out of nowhere, I just heard, continue with your challenge, everything will work out, right? Now this voice was loud, it was clear, right? And this wasn't my own thoughts, right? This sounded like my voice, but it wasn't my voice. And also in that moment, I felt this almighty feeling of certainty, knowingness, love, energy radiating through my body. And it kept repeating, continue with the challenge, everything's going to work out. It said that, I don't know how many times, but at that moment, it was just like, I felt so alive. And I know this wasn't me saying these words, right? I know it because I've felt this energy before, right? When I've had my spiritual awakening, when I've had some spiritual experiences, when I've had a Kundalini experience. So I know that every time I feel this type of energy, something profound follows it. And I believe this was one of those moments because that was the voice of my higher self, the God within, something that I can't consciously or, logically say because I know it was something beyond what I can explain, right? Because just like that, all my doubts, all the heaviness, all the fear was gone, right? I was completely at peace and I was filled with this deep sense of knowing that I'm on the right path, right? I know that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Because how many times have I asked for that sign? How many times have I been caught up in doubt, frustration, feeling lost, thinking, just give me a sign, show me something, please, okay? And even this morning, when the answer was so clear, undeniable, there was still a part of me that was ready to brush it off, okay? And not in the moment, but after it, right? Because that's what we do. We want these signs from the universe, some guidance, some clarity. We ask for direction, and then we get, when it arrives, at that moment when it was happening, I was full of like awe and wonder. But then after it, it's like, did that really happen? Second guessing, rationalizing, convincing myself that maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But I know it wasn't because I know what I felt, right? Asking myself, was that really a sign? Am I just making this up? A coincidence? No, it was a sign, right? It definitely was something that was not me, okay? Because after everything's happened, it's so easy to try and fall back in, or to fall back into these things and brushing it off. But what if it's not? What if it is that true sign, right? Because I believe that we are being guided at all times, whether you believe that or not, right? And let me ask you this, what if the only reason you haven't moved forward is because you're not listening or taking action on the signs, right? This morning, I was given a clear sign. The message was direct. It was powerful. I felt it. It was so powerful. It erased all doubts that were holding me back in that moment. Okay, but after it, there was a part of me that was thinking, well, maybe not. But, I could have easily ignored it, or I could have easily dismissed it. But I didn't, because I am so aware of what's going on within me, because I spent the past year basically sitting and meditating, analysing and feeling what's going on in my body. Right, so this is why awareness is so important. We have to understand what's going on within us, right? And I will not ignore these signs, and neither should you. This is where it's starting to build that belief within yourself, and believe that you are being guided, because I will promise you this right now. The universe is always speaking to you. Your higher self is always guiding you. The signs are always there, but are you listening to them? Let me give you this as a sign for you to take that next step, whatever it may be, right? Because I believe we are all here for a purpose. This is why I've started this channel, is to help people break through their fears, to take that first step, to, step into their true potential, a life full of purpose. Because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to doubt myself, okay? I still have these feelings. I believe everyone does. It's just the ones that make it beyond that and push through it are the ones that achieve the success. I know what it's like to never feel good enough. And this is why I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this because I know there's so many people going through that same battle, right? And even though I'm at a certain part of my journey, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm so much far away from where I was, in a gutter somewhere, right? So I know that we are destined for more. You have a dream. You have a calling, something that you were meant to do, okay? But see, but the moment you start to take that step towards it, that's when the doubt creeps in, right? That's not an accident. That's your ego just trying to protect you. The its job is to keep you safe. And safe means sticking with the familiar. Even if the familiar is self-doubt, procrastination, okay? Never stepping into your full potential, right? The moment you start to grow, the ego starts freaking out. Whoa, wait a minute. This is new. I don't know about this. We might fail. Okay, and it floods your mind full of doubts and, you're not good enough. What if you do fail? What will people think? Who gives a shit what anybody thinks? What matters is that you're acting on your divine guidance. You're acting on that inspiration that you're getting. Your heart will never lie to you. Okay? Because here, when you take the action, right, you will erase the doubt. You will build the belief and you will create a life that's magical. Because doubt is a sign that you're on the right path. Fear means that you're stepping outside that comfort zone. Okay? And resistance is proof that you're doing what matters, what you're supposed to do. Nobody said this was going to be easy. Okay? And I remember my mentor, William Whitecloud, said to me, he says, people have the misconception in thinking their purpose is something that they're going to be super excited and easy to do. No, that's not the case. Because if you don't have, some type of fear, then it's not big enough. Okay? Because your ego, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Your ego is always going to try and pull you back. But you don't have to listen to that. Instead, you ask yourself, who am I listening to? My fear, which is going to keep me trapped in struggle and misery, or my higher self, which is guiding me to my true nature and purpose? Am I letting doubt stop me from doing what I love doing? Because that was me. I could have easily just thrown in the towel yesterday or this morning. Okay? Or just ask, what happens if I just keep going another day? Just keep moving, and every day, just keep going that next day. Right? Just imagine where you would be if you never quit on any one of the goals that you've quit over in the past 5, 10 years. Okay, whether that's the gym, the business, or whatever, where would you be if you never quit? Right? Because I almost let doubt steal the excitement that's been working for me for weeks. I almost let one message from somebody I don't even know, who doesn't even know me, and most likely it's just fishing for clients. And yeah, I know my SEO now is not probably what it should be. I know the keywords and tags or whatever. I know I'm not on top of all of that. But you know what? It's part of the journey. I'm going to learn that stuff. I'm going to progress. But this is for me to learn and not have somebody, pull me apart. And they can do what they want, but not let myself be pulled into that. The fear and the doubt. It's time to stand up and be counted, because you are here for a reason, right? You are here for something greater. And I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this far, this is your sign. You are here to change the world in some way. Okay? Because you're meant for more. So see, whatever it is in this moment that you believe, or you have a calling, what is it that's sparking up inside right now as I'm speaking to you? That's what it is to do. Okay? This is coming straight through right now. Keep going. Because your breakthrough is on the other side of the doubts. So please do not quit. Do not give up. Tap into the heart and follow it, because the heart will never lie. It will never lie. You're meant for more. I promise you. Right? I love you guys so much. So if this message resonated, drop a comment below, please. Tell me what's something that your ego's trying to talk you out of. What you're trying to chase. What is your dream? Okay? Please, keep going. Don't quit. Love you guys. Take care. There's another video for you right here. Catch you on the next one.